Okay, City Skylines is attacking me again, but hello and welcome back to City Skylines, and today is an important day because it's the day that we have to decide what the heck we're doing. Either we keep going with the pumping strategy or something has to seriously change. By shutting off the pumps, we could get enough money for another strategy. That is true. However, the pumps are kind of the only thing slowing down the water at this point. If we start shutting them down, even if we do manage to slow things down over here... What just happened? Jeez. Okay, so, it looks like we have quite a bit of rippling out here. It looks like something exploded. Holy moly. All the way down, too. That's kind of odd. These will run a bit more efficiently up here, but that doesn't really matter if we're shutting down the pumps. To go through that strategy, we would also have to buy all the way around the map, which I don't have the money for. It would mean I'd have to start shutting down pumps right now, and we can do that to save some money. I can start shutting pumps down. I'm gonna go for this. I'm gonna hope that this works out. I'm gonna start shutting down some of the pumps to try to get money. And with that money, we're gonna try to outsmart things in other ways. We have to get our earnings up just a little bit so that I can afford to start buying tiles. Because we have all of this water dealt with here. Everything else I can start trying to channel. This is still going to be super expensive. Into that main river. This is going to be so ridiculously expensive. Oh boy. A lot of you have been asking me why I haven't been doing this the whole time, and it's because this is the most time-consuming, slow, and expensive strategy for dealing with this. Honestly, if I could just get pumps set up and afford it, it would be much more efficient than building a wall around the entire map. Also, the water level rises over time here too. It'll go to the sky limit, so sure, we can dump it into the river, but at some point that river is gonna fill up. But we're gonna spend a lot of money and a lot of time, and we're going to try to fix this. We're going to try to survive, even if that means shutting down some pumps so that we can make some money, so that we can get some stuff done. We're gonna do this. I still do believe we have a chance of survival, given that our walls hold out while I'm doing this. They very well may not. If they don't, that would be very catastrophic. Very catastrophic. But we can cut off like 1/4 of all of the water in the next 20 minutes. And if we do that, we're giving ourselves a good chance. But the question is, in that 20 minutes, are we going to just overflow while I'm doing this? That's an important question because it's kind of a moot point if we don't survive. I mean, making this wall is great, but if we die in the end, doesn't really matter, does it? Atlantis, I believe in you. Come on, we can do it. The poor Vooperians in Atlantis. Wow, I almost have as many of you guys as there are people in Atlantis. There's 114,000 people in Atlantis. There's 104,000 of you. That's kind of crazy. That means the stakes are much higher because Atlantis is basically a representation of all my subscribers at this point. Thus, we must keep it alive. Okay, so things aren't going absolutely terribly at this second. Of course, I can't really gauge that because I'm not looking at the main city. Nothing is overflowing yet. We do have to get some more soil. I'm gonna take the soil out of Strawberry Springs because I think Strawberry Springs needs a bit of help. There we go. We'll dig a very deep pit and expand it out slowly so that it doesn't freak everything out. Very slow. Going out, out, out. Wait, we just dug a very large hole. Okay, that's gonna... I don't think that's gonna go over the walls. I think it actually helped a bit. I think that was kind of helpful. Okay, so coming back over here. Okay, population dropping. I don't know why, but I don't have time to figure out why. Okay, this is it. This is our last stand here. If this doesn't work, if the water just goes over it, if the rivers can't handle it, I mean, it'll buy us a tiny bit of time, but if it doesn't work, we're kind of doomed. And I will admit it. We would be kind of done. I mean, we'd still fight. We'd still try to survive. It's just at that point, the chances of survival are going down substantially. For some reason, this is getting much... Honestly, I could have just built a flood wall, couldn't I? If that would have been tall enough. Possibly. But now I can put a flood wall on top, so that's probably a better idea. See, we're forcing the water down, but what we have to do now is actually a huge break from what we've been doing before. Well, not really. We can just go around here. That's not bad. Fine. Cut off that entire side and this entire side. We're gonna do the best we can here. Do. This is very slow. I'm aware it's very slow, but just gotta live with it. Just gotta live with it. And then we force it. Oh no! Ah, that's horrible. Why does there have to be a giant pit there? That makes life so much harder. Okay, oh well. Oof. Yikes, this is going to be very expensive. I wasn't expecting to run into this trouble. Okay, very large, and let's just get all the soil, and then small again. Oh, jeez. I don't even know what happened there. Camera's got like a weird focus now, too. Okay, so it's not pretty, but it should work. I'm not really sure, but we're gonna hope it works. Just has to be slightly taller. And it is. I don't know why it's going so ridiculously tall, but whatever. If it works at this point. If it doesn't work, it clearly doesn't work. Because that's literally what it is, not working. Okay, we are almost done here. We just need to add a little bit more. A little bit more here. Raise this all up. Not that part, but I guess... Oh, we're out of money! We are out of money. Oh, we just started on the wall, too. Now, this isn't the end of the world, because the wall is causing a lot of the water to flow off of the map. That is very nice, except we are losing money. And it's getting up there. I mean, we did raise the walls, so that's the good news. The walls were raised. I can't tell. Is it going down? No, because there's trees underwater, which means they aren't dead yet. It's definitely still going up. Just because I raised all the walls, it looks a little bit... Or were those completely under the water before? Ooh, this is hard to tell. If the water level is going down, that means we're doing something very right. That would be extremely good for us. Okay. So, we're holding the water off somewhat. Somehow it's backflowing. It's not supposed to be. But I guess it's doing it, so I'm not going to complain because that's good for us. Okay, so the question of the day, nope, it's not going down. It is certainly going up. Look at that, wow. It didn't even take that long to make a difference too. Or maybe, I don't know, it's fluctuating too much for me to tell. Okay, so that's the good news, is that it looks like it may be getting better, but I haven't changed enough that it actually would get better like that. I'm skeptical at this point. I don't think that it's going to, I don't think that's legit better. I think it's just my mind playing tricks on me. Okay, so we're pretty close here. I'm just gonna steal more soil. Grab this, raise this all up a little bit, just as much as is needed. There we go. Great. By then it may have already flown off the map, but... or fallen off the map. Whatever the correct term for going out of the void of existence is. Don't know if there is a right term for that, honestly. Don't think it's something that comes up in everyday conversation. But that's okay. There we go, looking good. We've got a little gap here, which I'm just going to quickly fix. Or make worse, you know. Or make even worse again. There we go. I guess it's still terrible. What is there? Is there a power line? What is blocking this? Nothing is. It just doesn't feel like working. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I think it's time to start blocking this off. This is also going to be very expensive. Just because we're building off of the cliffside here. We don't have space. But we'll do what we can. Obviously. We won't do what we can't do. But we're gonna work our best right now. I'm slightly worried. It's kind of worrying not actually watching the town, because it could be flooding right now and I really wouldn't know. This is not stopping the water from pouring through it. We need to go with a thicker wall, which of course is much more expensive. But that does actually stop it. So we need to expand that all the way down. Oh boy, this is going to be very, very troublesome. Yeah. Oh my. I don't know what to say. It could be going down, but I know it shouldn't be. I mean, if it's working, then I'm gonna shut down a few more pumps, because more money may mean that we can get this fixed and working more quickly. And if that's true, we've still got these ones running. These ones don't really do much. Let's just shut everything off, except for a few. And then those few will work full capacity. Yeah, you can see how quickly those are working now. The water is being pulled extremely quickly. Okay, now like that, I am worried about not processing as much water, but we are making a ton of money now, which can then be put... He's running at full capacity. Honestly, can't tell. I need to get soil from somewhere. What I'll do is I'll get it from here. I'll make a ditch to try to slow down. If I can slow down the water while I'm dealing with the water as a side effect, that's fine. Let's get rid of as much as we can. Let's just slow down as far as we can. Let's give it as much trouble as possible in flooding our city. Every tiny bit counts. There we go. And now, here is the section that I did. Here's the section that I didn't. You can definitely see a difference. There we go. That water should stop flowing. But it's not, which is giving me slight worry. Make it a little bit thicker. It's not doing much, is it? May have to be taller. Yeah, it's trying to rise, which makes sense. If we keep squeezing it into this area, it will go up. The issue with that is that makes our lives a lot harder because now we have to redo the wall we just did with even more soil, which costs more money, which takes more time, especially when our pumps are off. We don't want to be using all of our time and money on unnecessary things. Where was I? That's why I'm just doing this the quick way now. Not bothering digging up that little area. Although if I see it, I will. There we go. And we continue as much as we can. We're going to do the best job possible. I'm going to stop the water from leaking. It's still leaking. Holy moly, how high do I have to make these walls? It's going up is the issue. So the water gets higher. Yeah, look at how high it's rising up. The problem is, like I said, these are going to try to fill to the sky limit. So you can actually see it's pushing water up way higher than the wall already is. So I think we may be accelerating the flooding while we're doing this. And that would be pretty disastrous. I just need to check. That's getting a bit low. That's lower too. Yeah, things are getting worse. But if we work fast, I may be able to deal with some of it. Not as much as I want, but let's go very fast. We're not gonna have enough money. Yeah, I'm gonna do a cutoff point here. Here's the plan. We cut off here. This is gonna kill a lot of our current systems, but if we do this, we will force the water into that river that we have on the other side. And if we force the water into the river, it will be dealt with 100%. You know what? That is worth it. There isn't a source right here, is there? Oh, there is a source right here. Ah, shoot. That makes things 20 times more complicated. I've got to move this over, wasting more time. I'm letting a lot of water escape. Ah. This is bad. This is really bad. Oof. That's, not good. Wasting time and money. Source is right there, which means that this actually pushed it up. So if I get rid of this, it'll fall down again. I told you guys this was gonna happen. Things are a bit less simple than they look. But I am willing to try out this method as long as it works. And as long as it shows promise, I'll keep looking into... Okay. Okay. That may be good. So this entire thing now is a super wide river. And even though this water isn't being carried out anymore, this entire channel is being carried all the way out in this direction. Most of it is going off the side. That is good news! Very good news! That's actually fantastic. Okay, so next up, what we're gonna do, if I can figure this out properly, is start turning pumps back on. We need to counteract the amount of water that's still coming in. Come on. Have that, like, massive rush of speed that you have when you start. We need to destroy all the water. Please don't go into debt. Debt is bad. Debt is bad. Spike Viper, 2018. Important quotes. Okay, there we go. All of our pumps are now being turned back on. Now that we're dealing with the additional water, that system is done and I don't really need the money, because I'm not working fast anymore. Maybe, just maybe, we can hit back and lower the water levels a bit. The water is freaking out, which means that we are having quite a bit of an effect. We are pulling a lot of water right now. Wow! Okay, that's not really visible there. But if we grab our thing here, we can see that it's being pulled from all over. All the way around the island. Water is being pulled up. Okay, and we have extra money, so you know what? We're gonna start a new pumping initiative. Like I said, this is our last hope. Things are getting a little bit dire, but if we can take care of this efficiently by blocking off the source and pumping out what's already there, we're gonna have a good time. There we go, look at that. Look at how quickly it's punching out that water. Yeah, when the pumps are new, they just work so well. They basically don't have a limit to their capacity for the first, like, 10 seconds. You'll see, yeah, look at the difference in water level. Look at how much water is being pulled in compared to, like, the rest. I mean, sure, yeah, it's about the same. It's just more visible over there. But this is doing very well. New amount of pumps, which means that this is going to start going up, which it is. You can see the water starting to go over because it's not used to handling this much water. This is the most we've ever dealt with. Now this is perfect. It's being blocked off and contained, and we're going to do that again right here. The issue is the source is right over here, so we're going to copy this right here. We're going to go over here. We know how high to make it because the other one's working. And now we're going to do it right here. We're going to build a nice wall. We're going to do it the cheapest way we can. Because we don't want to lose money when we don't have to. Welcome to the Being Human Club. Okay. The Being Vooperian Club. Being something club. Yam, potato, whatever. Okay, here we go. That's all set, and now we just have to pull this around. And all the way down we go. We have to keep it from going over. That's priority number 1. Keep it from going over. Easier said than done. Man, things are getting pretty dire. I say that every episode now. But every episode, things do get worse. More water, less money, more slightly crazy methods that I can't afford anymore. Great. That's fantastic. What I really needed was to go into debt there. So bad news. The water is still increasing in height. Good news. We just spent a ton of money for no reason, apparently. There's your good news. It's not really good news. This is gonna start leaking soon. I'm just gonna fix that now. I'm gonna have to change this up a bit if it goes much higher, because I won't be able to deal with that anymore. Oh boy, city. Your population is dropping so quickly. Is there an issue with the roadway? No, for the most part, no. Is there an issue with just capacity? Possibly. We will pack some more people in here. And here. And here. Okay, and if we go ahead and zone those all up. There we go, we should be able to fit. What is this? Wow, that was zoned horribly. Okay, well, people are going to move in, the population will go up, fixing our issues. All of our issues will be gone. Oh no, I think it's just a death wave. 800 dead, holy moly. There's no flooding, right? Or 800 leaving at least. I don't think so, but I think we're gonna have to end it here. Oh, it went down a tiny bit. Fantastic. Good. I knew these pumps were going to make a change, at least initially. But thank you all for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you've enjoyed. The city is now under sea level by quite a bit. Things are looking great. Absolutely fantastic. Nothing wrong with the city. We are trying to keep the water out as efficiently as possible. And the walls are holding. So thank you all for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. That's something I always forget to mention. And I will see you all next time. Bye. Whoosh.